but you know, he's standing in the freeway, and the deer just sitting out there, just watching your headlights and won't move at all. So I don't know. He's like, why did deer do that? It's like, I have no idea.
I think that was me last week. In front of it. Yeah, as a matter of fact, that was Saturday. Me and Tasha and Andy were outside catching a breeze because it was so hot at the cicada. Oh. We were sitting on the curb catching a breeze around the corner, and this truck came like right in front of us because we were like at a crossroads, and all three of us just looked up and were just like, I just stared for the longest time at the car. So.
And the heat's one thing. I think this is the time of the year where every business, every place, everybody figures out whether or not they need to tune up their AC unit. It's like, you know, it's like,
and they all have the same thought. Damn it, I should have done that in the springtime.
Right. And it's like, holy smokes. And so now it's too late buying fans or a swamp cooler or whatever. Yeah. So we had the conversation because my wife's from Colorado, and so her family is out there. That we have just they don't have AC in. It's the central AC. They just don't have them. In the drier climate, they use a swamp cooler, and it works just fine for the entire house. And so, but yeah, we mentioned it to a friend of ours last night. And she's like, "What the heck is a swamp cooler?" And it's like, well, they don't work down here. It's like they don't work in the swampy areas.
Too much humidity.
Yeah.
Well, hello everybody. If you're watching online, thank you. If you're not, well, that's okay. We love you anyway. You can watch it later. And if you are watching it later, that means it's now, and you're watching it now. So thank you again.
It's the same thing, yeah. Full circle with it.
I'm here today in the Savage Hurley and Friends 4th Thursday podcast. It happens every Thursday, normally, from 7 to 8, unless I've booked a gig or something else crazy in the world has happened, like I've gone to Canada. Who knows? But I'm here today with my dear friend, Bronson Lewis.
I'm so happy to be here. I needed this.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Really good. Thank you for having me.
Every time we get together and do stuff like this, we just have a blast. So I was super, super excited when he was like, yeah, I was free. I'm free. I was like, oh, yes. So I guess I'll kick us off. I always do one just that like always warms up my voice. It's on an album that I have yet to release. I've got my first For the Birds album that has been released. I'll have a second For the Birds album, and this one's on it. So here we go. There's something going down. I've been feeling it for some time now. there. I think you know that I'll always be there. And if the whole world comes crashing down like broken limbs, timber all around, you know you can count on me, not only for now, but for eternity. Thank you.
Very nice.
It's even better when I got a little finger picking happening in the background there. That was awesome. Thank you.
We'll try for the day. I think I turned myself 2 down.
Hold on a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want the feedback. That was the thing. So.
Here we go. I think that's a little bit better. All right, I'm going to start this off with an older tune. Your skin so soft speaks to me. Now you move it so heavily. Now I'm feeling drawn, I know your ways. You're the most precious to me, but no time to pay. I'm a lucky man to have a few friends. Think I'm the most that you came around. In case my world's on fire, I'll stay home with you on this happiest night. I love seeing you in this eye. Only know how to breathe this smile into the world. Your colors shine, shine, girl. All the pictures you paint, it's me the most beautiful sight. I'm a lucky man to have a few friends. Think I'm the most that you came around. In case my world's on fire, I'll stay at home with you on this happiest night. I'm a lucky man to have a few friends. Think I'm the most that you came around. In case my world's on fire, I'll stay at home with you on this happiest night. On this happiest older too.
So I think you wrote that about a pet turtle that you bought one time, right?
You're right.
Is that what that is?
Good question. We saved a turtle on the way here. I think.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's so funny how things are. It's so serendipitous. How fortuitous I mentioned earlier. So about everything just lining up today. It's so weird how that. No, that was no. It's a song. It was a song that was written. And it was that. It had that little riff. It's that falling feeling. That little riff, and just. You get that falling feeling whenever you're a young man and you're doing things for the first time that you haven't done before, and you're excited to give up anything to keep doing that. So that's what that song's about.
Happiest hour. That's such a pretty song. It's definitely one of my favorite ones. Like every time I think to share one, that's the first one I go to.
Oh, I should have saved it for last.
So you've got a few albums out, right?
I have a album.
Oh, you have a album out. I know you've got a few singles out too.
Mm-hmm. And then the singles and stuff. So we're doing. It's something new. Like I don't know if you heard about it. We might talk about it later. About a cascade release.
Yeah, you know, Court was talking about that too. Like a few every season, or and that's supposed to keep or capture the audience.
It is. I'm trying it out. Everything's new for me. I haven't been doing this for very long. Your album just was released, your full album.
Yeah.
Mine had just done the same thing about the same time.
I know, isn't that crazy? It's like all the artists in the world lined up at the same time and like, we're all gonna release our album on this Friday.
And we have no idea how to do it, you guys. We're just throwing it out there for y'all.
CD baby singers, please.
But no, we're trying that out, and we're doing that cascaded system to where it will finally, once when the last song, it will have that full album on the streaming platforms. But you can always find it on the website, or it's actually, there's a little pitch, a shameless pitch. You can find it on Amplify 817 through Fort Worth. Our artists through the public library through Fort Worth took that. And they have it available for anybody who's paid up with their library card. You can check out the full album on there as well.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I printed like these little 2.5 by 2.5 size cards, and the back of it is a QR code. So I can be like, oh, would you like a free bona fide album? And then I can hand it to them, and they scan it, and it goes to my website, and it has a direct zipped file that they can just download and put right on their phone.
The zip file you have to let everybody know, because I don't know how many downloads I've had from that too. And they're like, why isn't my music playing? And so it's like we have to figure out the zip files, like still with all that. I had to have like instructions that came with it as well, and show you like, this is how you gotta do it, and blah blah blah. And so then you can listen to
the
music.
PDF.
There's still something about giving your hard-earned cash, and I'm still like a cash person. I like to hold on to that kind of stuff. There's something about it where you're purchasing it. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little feedback. But where you get something, and you get something, or you give something, you get something in return. So I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. So I would love to have pressed, but albums are,
it's
super
like
expensive.
to get 100 albums, you're looking at $1,600 easy, $1,650, something like that.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I want to do 2 of them. I have so I know y'all aren't political at all. I'm a smidgen liberal.
Oh, no. It's like, I
Very
stay out
much
of
a woman's
politics.
activist.
I stay out of the politics and what's going on out in the world. I try to, at least.
There's a little bit of me that has an edge on that. That's like, I don't want this to,
But
so I have a.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I don't want to add it to like my full album. I'm not interested in like having a whole album of political stuff, but I do have a couple of singles. One that targets men and one that targets women.
Ouch.
So I know it's like
None of us are safe.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody's at fault. So see, I'm not prejudiced at all. I'll get you all.
That is hilarious. But no, I do want to get to the point, and I grew up in the 90s era where, people were making mixtapes during then, cassettes. I want to bring back a cassette. I think that'd be really cool. Of course, someone's going to have to go out and be like, how do I play this thing? How do I play this damn thing? It's like, what's a cassette player?
It's so retro 80s.
I do what with the pencil, you said?
Right?
So,
how do you rewind it? I played all the songs, now what do I do?
Right. But I think that'd be pretty cool to go back to that and try to do something like that.
Yeah, well, I wish that would come back, but I don't know, man.
Well, what's this next one you're going to play for us?
So this one is also going to be on the second album. So the interesting thing about the album, I've got a little frog in my throat today, but the interesting thing about the album is it's a concept album.
Okay.
On one hand, as a musician, it's for the birds. You throw your music out there and hope it takes wing, and if it doesn't, okay, and if it does, well, cool. You know, it's
I love that analogy there. If it takes wing, it flies. If not, what does it do?
Yeah, it's for the birds. Yeah, it's double entendre. But then also, on top of that, it really is an album about, it's a concept album about my garden, and about being in my garden, and not just being in my garden, but being in my head, in my garden, and experiencing it as through my eyes and through my words. So the first one, you know, it starts out very light and breezy and happy and flowers and sunshine, and then it feeds into my insecurities and, you know, family that I've lost and fears that I have, and ends on past life, actually, all the questions you'd ask about past life. It's a 2-part compilation now. I've yet to start working on recording. I've got the songs, but I haven't started recording them yet. But the second album is coming, and it's the part 2 for the birds, and that really, really sinks its teeth into the grit of your emotions, and or my emotions, and you know, it experiences the anger that you're trying to overcome, and all the emotions that you feel when you're sitting there meditating by yourself, you know, the things that have done you wrong and how you feel it, and then it builds into empowerment. You know, if you're in a garden and you've meditated properly, you get out of it and then you're more empowered than you were when you first walked in. So we start here, happy, happy, and then we go roar, and then we go all the way to we are strong. So
I like that. I'm going to be interested to listen to that. And I love how for the birds you did the same thing with in your garden. You mentioned that about the birds, and listening to it, you hear like the birds in there.
Yeah,
like,
there's definitely
like
some songs
in the back porch,
definitely have like some bird calls in it and some instruments that sound like birds. And yeah, it's
So y'all check that out and listen to all the little artifacts in there that are hidden. These little Easter eggs, you know, in the garden and out in the trees and on the way with the birds. It's pretty cool. So I love it.
Thank you.
I'm ready to hear this one.
All right. So this one's called Lessons of Life.
Yes.
Never understand where you are coming from. The lack of connections we don't see. It's hard to describe how we should love another. We won't hear or barely even speak. We make these assumptions on life. Just how we think it all should go to plan. No matter how much we cling, they pull away. In the end, we're just doing the best we can. Don't go changing for me. May you find tranquility. Don't give up that good fight. Let sleeping children be. It's the lessons in life that make this big, bright world go round. So find your joy in every day before time passes away. to believe that we are broken. But there's something in our lives we have to change. But believe it or not, we're all that we've got. So make the most of it and enjoy what's here today. And don't go changing for me. May you find tranquility. Don't give up that good fight. Let sleeping children be. It's the lessons in life that make this big, bright world go round. So find your joy in every day before time passes away. Find your joy in every day before time passes away.
So I read an article. It was last night. I read this. I couldn't sleep last night. I was losing sleep over it. But there was over 80 years. I think it was an 88-year long study through. I think it was Oxford University or somebody else was talking about what is like the meaning of life. Try to go over it. So they went over like 270, or I'm a terrible statistic person about this, but what meant most is that they went over all these hundreds of men, women, and then their offspring later on, or anybody else throughout the years for this, and analyzing the psychology behind it and what is the meaning of life. And what they did say, what it was the biggest deal to be happy and to be prosperous in life was to have these lasting social connections, like these relationships with it, and just don't let that go. And that's where you find the most joy out of, and getting fulfillment was out of the people that are supporting you, the ones that you should be supporting, and just loving on everybody of that. So
I love that.
And you sang that song, and yeah, it meant a lot, and just bringing all the things. I've had a lot of things in my mind anyway, but that meant something. So I feel like it should mean a lot to everybody else that hears that too. So
extra prayers for the kids that are coming up right now that don't know social relationships in the way that we do.
right.
Yeah, this age of technology, man. And you know what's really scary about that too is, you look at these crowds that are coming in to watch music, and not one of them is 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unless you're like bringing your kid and you force them, none of these kids are 20. So what does that mean for live music in the future? Where are we going? Where are we headed? Where is that camaraderie and that connection gonna go in the future? Like, is it all gonna be digital? Is there never gonna be any community in live music again? Because it really is. Like, I have a music network that I'm so grateful for, that I've met wonderful people through and experienced amazing friendships with. And the thought of like my kids who just aren't into concerts, like they just are like, no, I'm just not into it. That's just not what I want to do. And to know that they will not experience that kind of thing. And I hope they find some sort of community and some sort of development within them that brings camaraderie and some sort of happiness and connection. Because truly, I do believe that. I believe happiness comes through true connection.
The legitimate stuff and the meaningful ones, the ones that are not always sometimes easy, the ones that are, that you challenge each other with.
I gotta feel it.
But we live in such a world where, if you don't want to watch a cooking channel, what do? You change the channel to Discovery Channel, or you got all these options. Like, whereas before, I remember how it was, if we missed the show, like you have to wait for the rerun. You couldn't just go on demand or anything else. You couldn't pick and choose. Like, you couldn't go on these dating websites or anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Nothing like that. Your dating website was like
not bashing
going to
anybody
church
out
or the library or the park or hoping you might just pass by somebody who thinks you might be cute.
Yeah, but it meant something to me too. I can just bring it up, just briefly. I'm not going to bring up anything about it, but we got a handwritten apology that I ended up reading first thing this morning before I went to teach students. But it means like so much to have like that time where he wrote it out, thought about like the words, and he put it from pen to paper for that too. And even then, it's so easy just to text somebody. But whereas Theo was writing these letters, and the artwork and the penmanship, I was like, oh my goodness, like this man is just brilliant. Like I love him. It's like, but where is that? Like it's all gone now. It's like, you know, or who like the kids, of course, were reading it, and they're having a hard time just trying to read like the cursive or anything too. Like, oh, we were taught that in school.
Well, yeah, they don't even teach cursive anymore. Like they've omitted that, and then like this new math, whatever this.
Oh, the core
boxes and common whatever that. I'm like, huh?
She's gonna get me on the politics, the rants.
Go ahead. Let's play some music for these people who might want to watch some of these songs we're doing.
So I guess that's a good segue. I got set up for this one. This is a song that's on the album. My wife and I had a great time writing this one. She says she didn't write it, but I think we did together. This one's called This Thing Together. Wanna pick you up and eat you up, let's grab a drink and go back to your place, we'll take a look and see if I do anything like the wine you drink, you sit through the cracks in my mind. Haven't said in the dark this man, just know we can do this thing together, this thing together. Will you like me to? Give me spinning like a leaf that's falling high, girl. In every place you shake me up, yeah. Gonna shake me up, girl. Will you shake me up, girl? Oh, yeah. And I haven't said in the darkness, man. Just know we can do this thing together. This thing together. This thing together, yeah. Yeah, come on. So the dreamer, did I make you scream? Was everything you wanted? You're everything to me. Haven't said in the dark this man. Just know we can do this thing forever. Oh, yeah. Haven't said in the dark this man. The wind blows, only you can steer this thing together. This thing together, babe. This thing together. We got together here and we're just jamming y'all, so it's good to be together.
So this will be another one on the second album. See, I don't like to give away all the first stuff because they can listen to that anywhere. I'm gearing them up for the second album.
Okay, all right, no more secrets, y'all. You gotta leave them for something.
Trouble on my mind. into account all the birds and the bees. It could lead you through space and time. But you gotta open that door. Show me a sign. You cannot fight what you know is right. Yeah. That's why you got to treat everyone so kind. Hey. If you were left with a judgment call, why don't you really think about without any doubt that what you are doing won't cause pain at all? Just really start caring about Mother Nature and all. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. I love that about your voice, so soulful, and it's just, you just wanna hear more. It's like how am I, it might be because I'm hungry, but hold on a second. It's like that soul. It's like that gravy on top of the biscuits, you know.
Yeah.
It's so soulful and it's so hearty, you know. I love it.
Thank you. I love your voice too. Your voice is like super smooth. It's beautiful, beautiful voice. Beautiful tone quality.
All right, let's see here. Let's tune this up with E real quick. Here we go. I'm trying to slow song. This is a release that came out earlier this year. I made lots of friends in this music industry. Thank you. I'm grateful for all that. But I was losing some big relationships at the very beginning of this, and this is just kind of a reminder that if you want to work on those hard things out there, if you want relationships to be mended for anybody out there, that you'll still be there and you're willing to work on all of them. And I'll still be here. You turn back around. Worry about searching where I can't be found, where the troubles they follow. Well, I start to fear. Let's come to our senses. 'Cause I'll still be here at pouring, with cold stops to tears, and I'll still be here, and I'll still be here. Winters have gone by since we both been near. Don't know why you're hiding, don't know why you're scared. You don't know how it's to end, and it's more than we can bear. So quit riding fences, 'cause I'll still be here. Here at home, where the cold stops the tears, and I'll still be here, and I'll still be here. After the storm comes, love will appear, and I'll still be here, and I'll still be here, and I'll still be here, and I'll still be here. Thank you very much, yeah.
Beautiful. Well, I told you I had written a new song recently.
Ooh, new song time.
Maybe. Yeah. And for me, this one is, I've not... how long have you been on this road, this journey of music?
Just about 3 years.
Because for me, this song's kind of like about the journey of music. And,
Yeah.
Kevin and I, we had a band for a minute. When he married me, I was girl in her guitar. I wooed him with my voice, yes.
Oh.
Yes, it was love at first sound. You didn't even see me, you just heard me. No.
I would say I did
You
the
wooed me
same.
with your pool game first.
Well,
Oh.
that's true. I beat him in
Sharp.
pool.
Nice.
But, we had a band for about, 5 years?
Yeah, 3 or 5
3 or 5 years, something like that. And then, I tried to do some solo stuff before, and back in 2020, I got really sick. I had something called rickettsia. It was like a form of typhus. The kind of thing that like a rabbit going into your garden flicks off a flea and it bites you, and you could die if you were like in the olden days, because they didn't know what doxycycline was. But for me, it was during the time of COVID.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so because we were in those times, they just kept telling me over and over and over, oh, it's COVID, it's COVID, it's COVID. Finally took me to going to an infection specialist to say, well, in the 10 years I've been doing this, I've seen this case maybe 3-5 times. And here's what I think you have. And if it's not, well, you've taken some antibiotics and no harm, no foul. Within 10 days, doxycycline cleared it right up, and I was done. But I was at a place where I thought, I was on day 17, I'd thrown up 9 times, and I hadn't even eaten anything that morning.
Yeah.
I was that sick. All I could see was tracers, and I would sweat, and then I would go through these freezes where my teeth were just chattering, and it was like every hour on and off for 17 days I did this. And when I got out of it, I was like, you know what? I gotta do something that I feel like is gonna bring me passion in my life, and I have to do it for me because my days are numbered. Clearly my days are numbered, So, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this musical journey. That was my boys are old enough to wipe their own butt and make their own sandwiches, and Kevin's working full time, and you know, he supports my music, and so I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna just take this journey, you know. But the journey of music has its hardships on its own, you know, and it's like I can see how, even though I've been doing music my whole life off and on, how active I've been in it in the past 2 or so, almost 3 years, how you could get calloused to it. You know, how it can change you and how it can, I don't know, there's confidence, but at the same time, if you don't keep it in check, there's arrogance and ego too. And I battle with things like that in my own mind, but I also battle with my own inferiority complex and my own self-doubt, and
oh yeah,
that music scene though, it can boost you and it can drop you. You know,
we've talked about it with an artist who released a single, and one of the words that a few words that left a lasting impact on him when he was on the show with the Bandit show was that comparison is the thief of joy. You know, and that was something that I still struggle with too. It's like you see, it's like, oh, they're doing this, and I can do that. Why don't I do that? Or why can't I do that? You know?
I should be able to, yeah. It's like I see somebody that has like this entire display of pedal boards, and they're just like, I'm like, oh, I hate you and I love you. You know?
Right.
Why can't I?
I'm writing that down right now, man.
Oh, there he is.
Comparison is the thief of joy. That is.
Oh, Kevin's gonna write
Words of wisdom
That is some deep.
from Bandit, you know, Productions, Bandit, official Bandit. So, words of wisdom. And it's something I struggle with constantly, at least and we get in our own heads. You
Yeah,
know, and,
for sure.
If it wasn't for, honestly, because you went through a recording studio and everything else, if it wasn't for me going through a studio, I would never be okay with releasing any of my songs.
Yeah.
Like, so,
I had to have a good
we always
producer
like,
there.
oh, let's boost this up, or let's do this, or let's do that. No one's ever going to notice anything like
Yeah.
that, but it's like, we're always wanting to constantly hone our craft.
Yeah,
And
my
so-
poor engineer, I had 19 musicians on my album.
Ooh, yeah.
You know? And every one of them, I paid every one of them, except for one who refused to let me because he was very rude to me, and he wanted to make it up to me, and that's how he made it up to me, and I was like, okay.
Like, honestly, yeah, there you go.
I'll take it. But everybody else I paid.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, just being an engineer and a producer alone is just intensely, you know, you're ingrained. Like, I feel bad for the people that had to like sit there and just listen to my songs over and over and over again, because me listening to them over and over and over again, some of them I just kept crying, you know, because of how I felt them. Like, I might play one later on that I wrote about my Aunt Tammy that just, it was everything I could do just to even make it through the song, you know, because it was such an open wound.
Yeah.
But this particular song that I'm getting ready to play is a new one that I've been working on, so if I mess it up, just smile and go, that's
We
cute.
won't notice.
That's so sweet.
We won't even notice.
But it's called The Burden of the Road, and it's all about the musical journey that you take. So that's kind of where it goes for me. I should have known. How it all play out. Here alone. it tells you about when it comes to you, there's nothing that you can do. But you're long for the ride of a lifetime. You can't describe just how it feels. It's just real. I should have known how it was all gonna go down. At the end of the road, it's such a heavy load. It takes its course on you, it makes you bold, you're bought and sold. If I'd only known the pain that it would hold. Then maybe, just maybe, I'd have stayed home. With nothing left to cling to. But the sorrow in your soul, a gaping hole. I should have known, if I'd only known, it's the burden of the road.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Thank you.
So I turned my mic off during that time. No, I really do like that one. That was
Thank
great.
you. Thank you. Yeah, it's just that journey that you take, you know. It's just, it's got its ups and downs, and you know, it feeds you and it starves you, and
Yeah.
sometimes quite literally, if you're a full-time musician, you know.
Yeah, definitely that. So
It gives you strength and confidence, but it can also, you can lose that too.
it humbles. That's what it does, yeah, as well. So
I can't believe there's only 10 minutes left.
I know, right?
Holy moly.
We jibba jabba a little
It's
bit.
fun. I know. This is what it's all about. It's like, this is what I want. I want just real conversation with real musicians and beautiful, talented artists and their music and their vocals and
The stories in the
the
field.
stories and
Yeah.
just opening up and just being and experiencing. And I love that because, especially these song swaps, because it just, the time goes by so fast, and then suddenly it's like, oh, we're done.
Mhm. Oh yeah, definitely makes it a lot easier that way. That time goes by.
I can't do the 3-hour solo sessions. I've already decided. I'm always going to have somebody there with me.
Yeah, they're pretty rough. Those ones are rough. So we're talking about writing, and this was one. It was if you're writing a love letter to someone or to yourself. I haven't done it in a little bit. This is a newer one that I've been working on for a little bit. faces rim, wrist hurting each other. Give a little birthday, give it all away. We held each other's hands, we walked in separate ways. Peace of earth with a thousand minds. Tell me, girl, the silence really real this time. Could we please with love? The bottle's gone dry. Glasses full, slip away through the night. This is us together. I share this life with you. I can't ever remember every day I wasn't there with you. Would it ever any other way? Why would it any other way? To me it's you 20 years down the road. Take the time today and listen to the song. Say a prayer for you, would you do the same for me? You think it's hard today, but you just wait and see. This is us together. I share this life with you. I can't ever remember every day I wasn't there with you. Would it ever any other way? Yeah. Why would it any other way? Floating around like a feather in the wind. My look at all that we have been. Do it all for you and the others yet to be. What a ride here we took, just you and me. This is us together. And I shared this life with you. I can't ever remember every day I wasn't there with you. Would it ever any other way? Yeah. Why would it have it any other way? Why would it have any other way? Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. All right, well, I think I'm going to finish us off with the ukulele
Yes,
song.
ma'am.
Because I haven't broke out the ukulele yet.
Ooh.
Give us something light and fun and positive
I like
at
it.
the end of this. All right, here we go. Oop,
Ooh.
where am I?
There it is.
Too loud now. Yeah. That's good. Just like the flowers in the spring, they'll bloom again when the storms settle in, when the rain is your friend, as the summer creeps along, with the warmth of the sun, like the tune of a song, we will carry on. As the days dance leaves start falling on the ground. Once the ice begins to form, and it's tough to keep warm, sands of time will flow again. The world awaits a new blossom. To form, and it's tough to keep warm. Sands of time will flow again. The world awakes a new blossom.
Yeah. I love the little. I love the trumpet solo. Yeah, I love that solo.
So fun.
We ended on a high note. I like that.
Yeah, that one.
I love it.
That one is on my album that's out right now. So, but it sounds a little different. It's more, even more Hawaiian than this. And I had, just an all-star cast doing shakers and congas and background vocals and swoons and
Like this musical opus in the studio and everything. I like it.
Kevin was so funny when I did the album. He goes, well, I should have known that you were going to become, like, I knew you were going to record an album, but I didn't realize you were going to do, like, this whole Beatles.
What I
Sgt. Pepper
actually said is, I knew the stripped down versions of these songs, but I did not realize that I was married to George Martin.
Oh, yeah. George Martin.
Yeah, I had a vision of who and what I heard and who was going to be in that moment, and it just, the way that came together was just quite beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah, I couldn't have asked for better. But tell us again, what is the name of your album?
The name is just my name. It's just a self-debut album.
Is it a self-debut?
And then, so the Cascaded System, Roads Traveled is on there now. And so that is a new song off the album that we came out, and it's quote-unquote album of its own that's in there. And so it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. It's a good summer song. If you're really American and just loving the open road, and I used to work at a job where I had me traveling all over working train derailments, and that's what that song was about. It was a hard time, but it was a weird time. You get this adrenaline by being out and doing these things, and so that's what that one is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Go listen to it. If you're so inclined, listen to my album. If you listened to this and you watched it and you enjoyed it, there's some information on how you can tip us, and any tips that we get, I'll split them with Bronson. Yeah.
Thank you for having us out here. It's been a pleasure of mine. So
it's always
if you're tipping her and the sound and all the cool stuff. So don't worry about
all
me.
the gadgets and the doodads and the doohickeys.
So, thank you.
And look around for him. He's all over the place. He's performing everywhere. So.
I am everywhere. We'll be in Big Bend again later this year for Terlingo out there. So that is, I'm looking forward to that the most. I don't know why. I know it's a ways away, but I like bringing it up.
I love that. And if you're looking for me for my next gig, you can look at Savage Hurley on Facebook and savagehurley.com. But every Sunday until T-Bone is getting better, dear T-Bone Stearns, I just absolutely adore this man. He's so talented, and he's out of commission for a while until he can get better. He's got this great band out there that Tyrell Choate is working with, and they brought Tyrell in, and then I was like, hey, you want to hear some harmonies on that? And they were like, yeah, come on in. And I was like, oh, and now I get like fresh cucumbers and tomatoes from Juggy, and every Sunday,
wow.
and they spoil me. Yeah. I walk out there feeling love and get fresh veggies on top of it, and sweet crew, great crew, and I'm very humbled and honored that they let me on their stage on Sundays. So.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll check it out.
Yeah.
If we're in town on a Sunday, we will definitely try to check that out.
Yeah, Sundays at the Stockyards at Filthy McNasty's. We're calling ourselves the Boneless Buzzards because we have no T-bone.
Don't forget Andy Weaver.
Oh, Andy Weaver is the best drummer in the whole world, man. My heart, and me and Andy were brother and sister for life, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Best friends give the best veggies out, right?
Juggy, Juggy gives out the veggies. Andy gives out the great advice, and Tyrell gives out the great guitar and licks, and
That sounds like a
super
band name
cool.
in itself. Chuggy and the Veggies.
Chuggy and the veggies. It sounds like something that should be like on like Veggie Tales.
Yeah, definitely that. So, well, thank you very much again. I appreciate it. So, yeah, that's it. That's
All right, we're done.
I can't say thanks enough.
Yeah, bye y'all. Bye y'all. Thank
Bye,
you so
everybody.
much for listening and watching. Check us out. Bye.
Check us all out.
I don't know if I can unplug just yet.
So on the YouTube, how does